Any doubts on yesterday's session? What we have discussed about BluePrism, first IT robot we have developed right yesterday. So, any doubts on yesterday's session? Yes, any doubts on yesterday's session? Yesterday we done one BluePrism, right? And we discussed already about this RPA, and today we talk about what is UiPath and all. UiPath is another RPA tool. Okay, these are already we discussed last sessions. This is what we are talking today. UiPath is one of the RPA tool here. And first we'll complete the BluePrism. We'll start the BluePrism sessions from tomorrow onwards. And once BluePrism is completed, then we'll go with the UiPath. When we talk about UiPath, UiPath is one of the RPA tool. It is mainly used to develop the RPA robots, like IT robots, front office robots. And mainly we'll see three components in UiPath. We'll see UiPath Studio and UiPath Robot and UiPath Orchestrator. In UiPath Studio, it is an advanced tool that enables you to design automation process in a visual manner using drag and drop functionality. And UiPath robot execute the processes built in Studio just like humans. Okay, so robot is execute the processes you are built in Studio. It is just like a human. It will be operating your operations. Orchestrator is basically just like a server, web server. In web applications, Orchestrator is a web application that enables us to deploy the schedule, monitor, and manage the robots and processes. Okay. So here we are going to upload our robots and we are going to monitor and manage all our robots and processes. Here it is. That comes as an orchestrator. Okay. And when we talk about the UiPath interface, it looks like this. The front end tool looks like this. And we'll find left side toolbar, quick access toolbar. It is just like, shortcuts. Quick access toolbar is nothing but a shortcuts. And ribbon is basically where we are going to build our robots. Like ribbon is an option where we will find a robots, and library panel will have the library details, project panel, activity output panel, properties panel, outline, search bar, and designer panel. Designer panel is mainly to design our robots. Here it is. So we can see that here these are different options in UiPath. We will find here it is. Different options we are able to find here it is. Guys, give me 5 minutes. I'll be back. It seems there is some. Yes, I'm sorry, guys. I got it. Here it is. Okay. So now we are talking about UI path tool. It will be looks like this. This is what the UI path tool. Here we can see that. Okay. This is what our ribbon, and left side we can see the activity panel, and we can see that here it is an option. Like yesterday we talked about how to log into the Facebook applications, right? So let me show you that option here in UiPath Studio. So in UiPath we will be using this sequence or flow chart. We'll be using either sequence or flow chart option. Okay. So let me go for sequence here. Sequence is nothing but a group of activities which we are using here. One activity is nothing but one action. One activity is nothing but one action. We are going to create that command. Internally, it will operate some actions. Here it is. It's taking long time. Here it is. So now I would like to launch the web first. So we'll go to web applications like browser. Select open browser option. Here everything is drag and drop. Open browser and enter your text information here, URL. Okay, fine. So after the browser is launched, I would like to wait for some time, delay. So delay here, how much time you would like to wait? Your IT robot should be waited. So I'm going to mention here it is 5 seconds. We would like to go for weightage. Okay. After waiting, then what we would like to do is, I would like to go for keyboard activity, right? So we want to enter this information. We would like to type the text information where you would like to type, indicate the element inside the browser. Okay. So let me launch the browser here. So select indicate element inside browser. This is what we required, right? Left click. Just you can see that now UiPath is able to recognize all the elements. Same thing we done it yesterday also by using the BluePrism application modular. Application modular, here it is. Now we want to work with this here, left click. And I'm going to make that field as empty. In case if we have some default information over there, that is going to be empty. And whatever information you want to enter, that you can enter here. So I would like to enter this information over here. Next, after we go for enter the email, then we want to go for password. Yeah. This left click. Enter the password here. Then after that, we want to click the button. Button means it is like again, it's mouse, right? Mouse click. Just left click. And again, you would like to go for single click or double click or mouse down or mouse up and left or right or middle. Like this will be selecting. So I'm going to say left click. Okay. Then we would like to go for again, wait for 10 seconds, delay. After that, we would like to go for close the browser. If you want to close the tab, we can close here. Okay, let me close it. Now run this. First, it's going to launch the browser, open the browser and enter username and password and here. Then click the login button and it's going to be performed. Now we can see that the application is connected here. It is. Okay. So this is how we can go ahead with we can go with the options of this here. It is. So anyone is having doubts here? UiPath is little bit easy compared to the BluePrism. Yes, Raja, please.
Yeah, Chandra. So I have a couple of questions like UiPath, right? So is there a way to actually set up a default browser? Because it's like if it's using an IE, if I want to do it in Chrome or other browser, can we change it?
Yes, generally when you take this browser command,
Mm-hmm.
you have the option here, browser type, and you need to do the configuration from setup.
Okay.
Here, setup extensions you have to install in your systems.
Okay.
then we can do that.
So basically, install in my system, or basically, oh, okay. So the one who developed needs to install it, right? And also, when you use this bot, also should have the same browser.
Yes, yes. We have to install the UiPath Studio. Then it will ask us, do you want to go for install these plugins of the different browsers? Default browser is Internet Explorer. So if client
Okay.
says that I'm using Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, then that plugins we have to install. Then only the UiPath can spy that particular application, can spy the elements.
Okay. 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 And I have one more question actually. So when you typed in username and password, right? So this is actually a browser thing, okay? But if we are in a company and if we are using it for our applications inside the company, most of the times users will use the Windows credentials, right? So
Okay.
is there a way to actually, instead of using this username and password explicitly, uh, is there a way to actually read it from the Windows credentials, like login credentials, and use it?
Yes. So what you said is your client is having the credential information in some notepad. So you would like to read from the notepad and enter into the system automatically, right?
No, not from the notepad. Basically, the users, right? Basically, the operations users usually they log into the system. They will not try like type in username and password. Usually, automatically it will take from the Windows login ID. Basically, my Windows credentials.
Oh, okay. So Windows system logins, is it?
System login, yes. System login. So if you want to read the system login, I just want to know like there is an option, right? Basically, read the system login and then put it in a.
Yeah, there is an app integration. We need to do that. That is like, uh, auto login agent. Auto login
Okay, auto
agent.
login. Yeah, that's what auto login is what I'm talking about. So when the most of the time, right, the operational users they when they log in, it'll be auto login. So it'll use the Windows credentials and will log into the application. So that's what I'm like talking about
There is
because
a concept of,
uh,
yes, it is there. Auto login agent option is there. By using that option, you can get that system credentials, and credentials will get into the variable and use that.
okay, 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 fine, thank you.
Yes.
So this is a sorry, this is a demo
Yes.
meeting, right?
Yes. This is
Okay,
just a
okay.
demo for UiPath.
UI.
Yesterday we have done, and once the Blue Prism is completed, it will be done. Because earlier we were uh, offering only one tool for everyone, but now the clients are expecting at least two RPA tools in the skill set. That's what it is.
Okay, 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 okay.
Fine, guys. Any other is having doubts? Yes, Manoj. How to execute? Yes, this is the place where we are going to execute, Manoj. From here, we are going to press F5 and execute it. And of course, we are going to do the setup. We are going to upload the options. Here it is. Then it will be used. Okay. So as we discussed here, it is mainly we'll see that project panel, designer panel, and properties, output line, output panel, and outline. These all options are there, right? Now, if I look at here, it is, I can see here, this is what our activity panel where we have the list of activities. By using these activities, we are going to build our robots. This is our designer panel. This is our designer panel, and this is our output variables, arguments, and imports. This is our panel, and these are properties. These are properties and library panel and projects. And then we will see the output panel. Here it is. Okay, so this is how it will be working. And ribbon in UiPath Studio is called ribbon. It is also known as a toolbar to create new processes and run and save recording. I'm sorry, screen wrapping, data scrapping this. And the ribbon consists of mainly start, design, execute, and setup. Start means starting the new robots here, designing the robots. After that, executing the robots here it is. And setup options we are going to perform here it is. And in start we'll see how to create a new files, means new robots, edit and wizard and variables and selectors will be using here. And designing option and execute and setup option we'll see here it is. And execute option is mainly to execute our robots F5 and debugging the robots F7. Validation, if we want to put any breakpoints when we are executing the robot, we can put the breakpoints here. And step ups, this all can be done it from here. And setup option is basically to configure this setup options, here it is. This is our main panel, activity panel. So here only we will find all our automation options. By using these automation options, we are going to design our robot. We are going to design our robot, here it is. Okay, and library panel is mainly, to go ahead with the list of libraries, list of packages, which we'll see inside of this option, where we can create a folder and we can keep our projects. And the library panel enables us to reuse the automation. Library is nothing but group of our packages, right? So we can keep our existing robots or existing sequences in our library panel, and we can reuse it in our new process. We can reuse it in our new process, here it is. And project panel enables us to view the contents of the current project, content of the project. So whatever the files are there in the current project, we can see here. And designer panel is the main place where we are going to design our robot. A sequence of activities which will be connecting here. And we will use the variables, arguments, and inputs. So we know already variables is general. Variables are used to store the values, and arguments are also used to store the values, but it will be used to pass the data from one sequence to another sequence, one sequence to another sequence, and it will be used for importing all of this, importing the options, here it is. And properties panel is mainly to set the properties. Whenever we select any activity, we can set the properties of that particular activity. So if you select this, I can see the properties right side. The moment whenever we select, I can see the properties right side to change the activities here, delay options and all. And outline is mainly to see the output of our robot, here outline options. So what are the commands we are using here in the sequence of your robot, here it is. And then outline panel, just now we discussed. The outline panel displays the project hierarchy with their nodes. This enables us to easily navigate through the large automations. When we are developing the large automations, we can easily navigate through all these options here, and we can understand how the flow is designed here. We can highlight the activities in designer panel by selecting them in the outline, vice versa. And here is our output panel. Output panel enables us to display the output of the workflow. Okay. So this is how it will be working. So we'll be talking about in our sessions. It takes again 18 hours, as I told, 18 working hours. But after once the BluePrism is completed, when we start the UI path, it will be very easy because already we talked with the BluePrism different options. So definitely it will work out. Most of the automations or activities will be similar, but namings and the way we use are different. The way we use are different. Okay. So that's going to be the options. So from tomorrow onwards, session will be started, and tomorrow meeting ID will be changed. Please contact Mr. Naresh. For the people who are enrolled, then we'll be starting sharing the meeting ID to the people, and whatever we have done these 3 days are demo sessions for these options. Okay. Fine. Thank you, guys. Let's contact Naresh. Yes. For this, and we'll be meeting tomorrow. Tomorrow onward sessions will be started. And Naresh will share the software and installation, everything you will support here. Yes, Raja. Tell me.
Yeah. So tomorrow you start Prism, right?
Yes, tomorrow onwards, BluePrism will be started. We'll be starting with sessions from tomorrow. It will be 1 hour session, 6 to 7.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear Raja. Are you able to hear me?
No, actually. So what is that? Like, oh, you start with Blue Prism tomorrow, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's 1 hour session every day, 6 to 7.
Yes, it will be 1 hour session, and will take Saturday 1 or 2 hours. But weekly 6 hours, it will be 3 weeks. Okay. And this is going to be the syllabus of the BluePrism, Manoj. And we can see that we will provide you the complete soft copy materials. Everything will be providing. Soft copy will be providing. Here it is. And we'll talk about the project, resume, interview preparations. These all options will be discussing. Here it is. Okay. And we have the software is here. It is material. I'll be providing all the materials, PDF documents. Here it is.
So start from tomorrow. Okay. Uh, so installation instruction, everything we can get it from Naresh,
Yes,
right?
Naresh will support you, the software installation, everything it is.
So it's a Blue Prism and UI path, right? Okay, fine.
Yes,
So you said like 6 hours. So Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, 1 hour.
yes,
Every day,
Monday
1 hour.
to Saturday. Yes, yes.
Or same 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Yes,
IST. Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. And last question, like, so are we covering any real-time use case, kind of like real-time use case
Yes, I'll be explaining three
at the end of?
robots. Yes, I'll be explaining 3 robots which I have done in my project. Okay. So that whatever documents I have prepared, I'll be sharing and explaining these all options. Here it is.
Super. Thanks. Okay.
And thank you guys. Let's see you tomorrow. And tomorrow onward session will be started and meeting ID will be changed. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your valuable time.